What's up guys, Ryan here from Mudgunner, and today we have something to talk about. I have a serious FN problem. I don't know if you could notice from this, but yeah, I have a real problem. I don't have an FN 249 saw, I don't have the TPS shotgun, I don't have an FN M4 or M16 A4. There's a lot of FNs I don't have in my collection, and it's a problem, like SCAR-wise. I don't have the FN 15, I don't have the SCAR's 15, I don't have the SCAR 20. And yeah, eventually we need to take care of this problem, but for now I just wanted to show you guys what I do have. So yeah, we're talking FN guns today. I'm a big FN, I guess, fanboy or collector. Mostly rifles, I do have some handguns as well. But yeah, I just figured I'd talk to you guys about it. So we're gonna start off on like the less, not like the more boring side, but the less tactical side. We'll start off with some PS90s here. So I'm trying to think. I don't think the PS90 was my first FN. I believe I bought my SCARs first, but yeah, years ago I bought this PS90 from a coworker of mine actually, my buddy, and yeah, he sold me this PS90 years ago, maybe 6 or 7 years ago. This is a tri-rail model. So from the factory, it's called tri-rail, but you really just have a rail section on each side right here, and then your top rail. You don't have the built-in iron sight like some of the modern ones. But yeah, this was the tri-rail model. It came in a really cool blue cardboard box. I still have the box for it too. And yeah, I got this from my buddy. Came with 4 magazines and 4 boxes of ammo. And at the time, PS90s weren't going for very much. I think they were like $1,000 to $1,300 used. I don't remember what they were going for new, but I got this for $1,000 from a buddy of mine. And yeah, it's a super cool PS90. I had an EOTech on here, but I've been getting so many other like rifle platforms, and I haven't shot my PS90s in a few years now, so I ripped my EOTech off here because I actually want to put a low profile red dot. Honestly, I'm thinking like a hollow sun red dot because I don't use it as much as I should, so there's no point in me putting an aim point or another EOTech on there. And my dad has a hollow sun like 403 on his, so I'm thinking about just doing that for this. At some point, I would like to SBR either this one or that one. I don't know yet. You guys comment down below which one I should SBR. There is a difference between them. But yeah, again, this is the tri-rail model. The tri-rail is just this little pick section right here, which is a single slot, and then same thing on that side, and then the top rail. But yeah, super cool. The PS90 is a lot of fun to shoot. I would say it's probably not the greatest subgun platform because trigger-wise, trigger's kind of heavy. It's not anything fancy. I guess maybe not heavy, it's mushy. Like, it's not a traditional trigger, but yeah, it's just kind of mushy when you're firing it. It still shoots soft, so I guess, yeah, the trigger's not heavy, but I would say you can get a lot faster shots with modern 9mm guns, and they're a lot cheaper to shoot. When I first got into 5.7, you could get the blue box ammo for about 20 bucks a box, and the red box ammo for like $16 to $18 a box. So pricing on ammo has gone up a lot, but yeah, still a cool gun. It holds 50 rounds of 5.7 ammo, unless you get those stupid 30 round or 10 round mags. I know a lot of them come with the 30 round mags nowadays, but you could still buy the 50 round mags for them. And then sling wise, my buddy that used to work at AR500, he hooked me up with this sling years ago, so I just kind of threw it on here. But yeah, fun gun to shoot. And then, so I got this one from my buddy, and then years later, this one came to our store, and it was back at a time when PS90s were kind of low, so I got this one for about $1,000 as well. And right now, I think you can find used ones, I want to say about 13. We haven't had one come to our store recently. New, they're still like 15 to 18. I forget off the top of my head, but yeah, just shop around. You can find used ones for pretty good deals right now. FN's always weird. They go up and down in pricing, but the PS90's always been a cool gun. Ammo's not the greatest as far as price goes, and then it's not that much better or worse than 9mm, so you can get a really nice 9mm subgun platform. But this one's cool because it has the factory FN red dot. I think it's actually Seymour that makes them, but it's built in. Well, it's a little, I guess, rail section that's into the slot, but you can remove it if you need to. But this is the factory red dot model. But other than that, it's very similar. I did not get a box with this one, so I don't know what generation all these fall under. PS90s had a lot of generations. But yeah, cool little red dot. Got my cover here for it. So I guess whenever I get around to SBRing them, I don't know which one would be the better one to SBR. My tri-rail model that I can put any optic on, or this one with the factory optic. I don't think I'll SBR both, but who knows. And this is something that I don't plan on SBRing it anytime soon. Probably not for at least a year, so I have so many other projects I'm working on. But these are still just cool guns. If ammo got way more affordable again, I'd probably buy more ammo and shoot it more, but yeah, just a cool little gun overall, and I enjoy having it. And then since we were on the topic of 5.7 or 5.7 ammo, I do have a 5.7 Mark II. this is one that I actually kind of paid a premium for. 5.7s and the PS90s, again, always go up and down in price. I bought this one brand new for about $12.50. It came in new to our store, and they were so hard to get at the time. I know that sounds crazy, but 5.7s at a time were very hard to get. And we had a lot of 5, so 5 brand new ones that were LE marked on the box. So all the box says is LE. That's all there is to it. The pistol's the same, but yeah, we got 5 of them in brand new, and they were selling like hotcakes. And I'm like, I don't know if I'll ever be able to get one of these, so I'm just gonna buy it. And yeah, I paid like $12.50 for it. So that's overpaying. I think these used now are going for like $700 or $800. Or my buddy, I think, bought one for like $600. So yeah, you can definitely find them cheaper now. This is one of the few guns that I've overpaid for, but I plan on keeping it, never get rid of it. So at this point, it doesn't matter. But it looks really sick. So the 5.7 has a lot of generations out. This is a Mark II. They're now on the Mark III, which is the MRD. That one's optics cut. And then, kind of stupid of them, they changed the design of the mag. I don't understand why. For someone like me that already has a Mark II with lots of magazines, they should have kept them the same. But at some point, I would like to get the MRD in tan, so I have a black one and then a tan one. And then maybe at some point, I also get the USG model, which is one of the first gens. So then I'd have all 3 generations. But yeah, this looks really good. It's an iconic gun in movies and a variety of other things. But I'm running a Surefire X300 on here, and yeah, pretty nice pistol. Shoots good. I have a conceal carry holster for it too. I actually conceal carried this at my buddy's wedding, so that was fun. But yeah, so that's my 5.7 stuff. And then over here, we have kind of a rare bird. This is an FS 2000, so FN's Bullpup 5.56 rifle. I have not shot this one yet. I've shot the other one over here I'll talk about in a sec, but what's cool with this one is it's a factory scope model. So this is as close as you can get to the Halo battle rifle without that really custom one that Grand Thumb showed. And I've actually thought about doing that to this one, but it's hard because you need to know how to 3D print or have the right diagrams and stuff like that. And I'd be kind of molesting a very expensive rifle. So I don't know how much I want to do that, but yeah, this is my Halo battle rifle at home, and it's pretty cool. So these are 5.56. They take just standard aluminum or steel mags. You can't use P mags or anything like that because they need like there's a little, what's it called? What's the word I'm thinking of? There's like a rubber seal in here. That's not the exact word, but there's like a seal in there that prevents other mags from going in, and it kind of works as to seal it from dirt and debris, but it only works for these type of mags. And then you have the toilet bowl right here, which is how you would check it and clear it. So I don't know how easy it would be to clear a malfunction from here, because every time it chambers around, let's say this is a spent casing and this is your brass, it like moves them. So every time it fires, it takes the brass out, moves it up, shoves it in a tube. Takes the brass out, shoves it in a tube. And it's kind of weird. So it's inserting around and moving around at the same time. I'm like butchering how I'm describing it. But basically, I think it'll hold up to like 4 or 5 rounds in your tube right here. And then on like the 5th round, it'll dump it out. So this is where your shells will come out after you fired like 4 or 5 rounds. And it's kind of crazy because it's a dust cover. So you close this, and once it fills the tube up with empty casings, it spits them out the front. And it does not eject them far. It literally just drops them out the front. So it's kind of crazy. But yeah, so weird gun, weird optic. And then I can show you what the optic looks like. It looks like a piece of crap, to be honest, because this is just a cover for it. So that is the scope that's under there. It looks like some $10 scope you'd buy at a gun store. But that's all it is. This is just a cover for it. So I haven't shot this one yet, but at some point I'd like to. All right, I just did this. There we go. Ta-da! FS 2000. So, very cool gun, interesting gun. I took years to find one, and then in 1 year at our store, we got like 7 of them in. So I bought this from our store. This I actually bought from one of our customers that knew I was looking for one, and we kind of did a trade on it. So this one I've kind of decked out. Also an FS 2000, and this one's got some bells and whistles on it. So it came with the factory FN tri-rail or quad rail on here. So I got the quad rail. It came with an upgraded charging handle, which is metal. Apparently the plastic ones can break. So it's got a metal charging handle, it's got the rail. I added the Aimpoint Comp M4 on here, and then I added a Streamlight Pro Tack. And then the Pro Tack is on a pressure pad, which I glued or used the glue strip onto rail ladders. So this is like permanently mounted, but it's on rail ladders. It's glued to rail ladders, so not bad. And then we got a Viking Tactics sling on a Magpul QD point, and then on a custom sling mount that my coworker made for me. He made me this custom one for this, and that one's like a factory FS 2001. I forget who makes that, but yeah, this one's cool. I've actually ran this gun in drills a lot, so it's a fully functional modern tactical rifle. I would say I shoot it pretty well. I could shoot it about as good as one of my other ARs. This has a heavy trigger, heavier than the PS90, but yeah, other than that, it's still a cool gun, odd gun, and yeah, mushy trigger. So maybe one of these days I run this in a competition and kind of blow everyone's minds. I don't know. It's cool, and I like that it's different. I could definitely see myself using this in some type of tactical shooting match. I mean, I've taken it out to like Zona, which I've done videos on before, but I haven't taken it to an actual match like what I just did this past week. So yeah, my tactical FS 2000. And then we have the guns that spend a lot of time on the channel. We got my Scar 16 here, which is a 10-inch SBR. Got an Elcan that I got on here earlier this year. I got a PEC 15, or not PEC 15, well, at PLC, the civilian one. I got a Surefire Scout Light Turbo, a Surefire RC 762 Mini, Geisley trigger, but other than that, very nice little SBR. And then I got my Scar 17, which is a 16-inch barrel, but this one has a lot of stuff done to it. So we have an ACOG 3.5 by 35. We have a Trijicon RMR at a 45-degree angle. Also Geisley trigger. This has a Mod Light Hog on here, which is an intense light, running from a Surefire pressure pad. We have a Kinetic Development Group rail. This is the MREX 6.5-inch, one of their earlier generations. Tango Down vertical grip, Harris bipod, Silencer Co Omega 300, and then Viking Tactic Sling. And then, I don't know if I mentioned, but this has a Viking Tactic Sling too. It's one of my favorite slings. That and the Blue Force Gear ones. And then we'll talk about the last two handguns I have out. So I have an FN made high power. This was made in 1981. So it's not a Browning made, it's FN, which is very cool, made in Belgium. And then we also have a 1939 FN high power, and this would have been like war era, but it doesn't have military proof marks. It does have some proof marks, but I don't think this one was actually issued in war. But very cool. It's got the matching holster that doubles as the stock for it. So it's kind of crazy how this works, but yeah. Very cool old pistol. I haven't shot this one yet, but I have shot this one. And high power is a cool gun. It's been a minute since I've shot it, but it's nothing too crazy. But yeah, that's kind of my FN guns. I really like them. The few that I'd like to add, I would like to add a Scar 15 and a Scar 20. I know the 15 is pointless in 5.56, but I would like to get one. And then the 20, I'd prefer it in 308 just because I don't own anything in 6.5 Creedmoor. So I would like to get a 308 Scar 20 just so I have all four. And then if they ever do the 15 in like a 300 blackout, I would do that. And I would do that one in black if possible. But the 15 and 20, I would rather do an FDE. But yeah, besides that, I think it'd be really cool to get the collector series. So the M4A1 and the M16A4. Those are on my list to get. The, what is it, the TPS shotgun, which kind of looks like their Halo shotgun. That'd be super cool to get. We used to sell them in our store for like 400 bucks. I just never bought one, but I should have. And then other than that, pistol-wise, I want an FNX 45 Tactical. None of the other ones really interest me. Not the 509s, 510s, 545s. None of their striker fire guns interest me. Really just the FNX 45 Tactical, and then I'd like a saw, which also pointless and semi-auto, but I think it'd be cool to get one. They're just too expensive. Like I wouldn't want to pay 6 or 7 or 10 grand for a semi-auto one. I'd have to find like a really good deal on it, which who knows, it's out there somewhere. But yeah, other than that, thank you guys for watching. Let me know if there's any FNs that you think would be cool to get. There are some other cool ones that I missed, but those are the main ones that I could think of. And yeah, I mean, you will see more FNs on this channel here soon. So thank you guys for watching, and stay tuned for my next video.